A great enhancement to a front or backyard is an arbor. Today we'll show you how to build one.
In this location we're going to replace the existing arbor. It's had its day. We're going to replace it with western red cedar. Most of the pieces have been finished and cut. They've been finished with a premium alkali primer and a premium latex paint. What we're going to do with this project is we're going to try and preserve the foliage by cutting it down the center. And the first thing we have to do after that is dig the footings. So let's get started.
It is important to consider proportion and scale with any project. For this project, we will be using 4x4 and 2x6 western red cedar.
Now that we've removed the old arbor, we've determined our first post position. We put it here to tie into the existing fence with a short fence section. So we're going to lay out our sight lines and get the holes dug.
Our post holes are below the frost line and oversized to promote drainage. Be sure that you know what the frost line is for your area.
Now that I have my holes dug, I'm taking a level line and I'm going to measure from that line down to the bottom of the hole, and this will determine how long to cut my posts. Now that we have our measurement from the hole, which was 24 inches, we want 90 inches exposed above the ground. That's 114. We'll take that measurement and cut it to length.
Take care to measure carefully before cutting. This will ease the installation process and avoid potentially costly mistakes.
On the top of this western red cedar 4x4 post, we're going to put a decorative cap. There's an exposed edge here which could collect water. So we're going to cut a 45, which will help the water drain away. Now we're going to prime and finish the last of the posts. So now we're going to put some gravel in the bottom of our hole and then set our posts on top of that, and then we're going to fill the rest of the hole in with gravel.
An alternative method would be to set the posts on base stones and fill with tamped gravel or tamped gravel and concrete. If using the gravel and concrete combination, it is important that the concrete be above grade with a collar or pyramid around the post. This will help the assembly shed water. When using gravel to fill a post hole, it's a good idea to tamp the gravel frequently to ensure a sturdy result. To keep your project plumb and level, check both often during construction.
Now that this post is set and level, I'm going to do the other three. This project is going to be held together with hot dip galvanized carriage bolts. We're going to drill the holes.
While hot-dip galvanized hardware is acceptable with this project because the wood is pre-primed and painted, stainless steel would be the best choice, especially if clear or semi-transparent stains have been used.
Now my 4 posts are set, I'm going to cut, shape, and finish the cross members.
We are using clear-grade surfaced western red cedar for this project. You could also choose clear-grade resawn western red cedar or tight-knotted western red cedar, either surfaced or resawn.
Now that I've cut it to length, I'm going to shape it with a router.
It is important to wear safety equipment when using tools, like saws and routers.
And here's an example of a finished piece. Here's one of our cross members that's shaped and finished. We're going to install some lag bolts and bolt it into place. Now that that cross member is installed, I'm going to do the same with all the rest.
When driving hot-dipped hardware like this, it's a good idea to use a nylon cap on your hammerhead to help minimize the possibility of unsightly iron stains. Bolting all cross members to the posts at all 4 corners provides rigidity and stability.
Now I'm installing the cross pieces with a stainless steel fastener.
Installing screws from the back or from underneath is a good idea because it makes them less visible.
Now that I've attached my cross members to the arbor, I'm going to fill it with some vinyl exterior spackle. Now we're going to cut our top and bottom rail for the fence section that matches the existing fence. One of the final things we're going to do is put a decorative top on top of the posts. And how we're going to attach them is with a dowel and a hole that's drilled into the decorative piece. And we're just going to use some construction adhesive to hold it all together.
Notice that we have been careful to be sure that the end grain of our western red cedar posts have been primed to help prevent moisture absorption. This project would rank as a 2 on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most difficult. This project can easily be finished in a weekend. There you have it. It's that simple to enhance your front and backyard with western red cedar. For plan brochures, more information, and where to buy western red cedar, go to realcedar.org or call toll-free 866-778-9096.